Good morning, Cynthia.
Hey.
I'm so glad that we're talking about this. First of all, we are going to be talking about our results from the Morning Clarity Challenge that we did in October. And we're going to talk about how we felt, what we found, all the things. And then we're going to talk about what we're going to be doing now because we enjoyed it. Spoiler alert, we really enjoyed it.
Welcome to the Marketing Duo podcast, the podcast where marketing experts Cinthia of Digital Bloom IQ and Jen of Vazquez Media come together to share their wealth of knowledge and insights on scaling your business.
Each episode, Cinthia and Jen dive into the latest marketing strategies, mindset shifts, and also growth tactics specifically designed for ambitious female founders who are tech savvy and eager to enhance their marketing game.
Whether you're looking to fine-tune your approach or discover innovative ways to accelerate your business, the Marketing Duo podcast provides actionable tips and inspiring conversations to help you reach your goals.
Tune in for a blend of practical advice and empowering discussions tailored to help you thrive in the ever-evolving digital landscape. We called it the Morning Clarity Challenge. It comes from Jeff Bezos did this, and he basically talks about, and his first hour of the morning is sacred. And he wanted to make sure that he had more clarity, good mindset for the day, all the things. And he's a busy person. So I'm sure that this was like his sort of self-regulation area. I'm guessing that's what it is. And it's something that Cinthia and I have talked about a lot about how we can set up our mindset to be any way that we want it to be when we have this clarity. And so we really focused on the clarity side of it. And basically, every single morning of October, the first hour, you have no screens and no work essentially, and we would replace it with things. Now you can go to episode 40, you can download our tracker, you can check out how we did it and all the things. But why don't you kick us off, Cinthia, to let us know what you found?
So the premise of the challenge was the first hour of the day, we don't look at our phones and we don't do anything phone wise. And so I would say previous to the challenge, I was definitely getting on my phone first thing. I mean, I have my alarm on my phone, but then I would, I don't know, just look at messages, just start my day in like a little bit of a not great mindset. And I feel like it wasn't productive. It was just habit. Like I wasn't necessarily, did you find that too, Jen?
Yeah, I found like I would scroll Instagram and one of the core things that I did every morning laying in bed before I even got up for my day was to go through my emails.
Mm,
And I don't know about you, but those emails are not always very motivating. I mean, if you have a client issue, then you're like jumping out of bed and like figuring out what you're going to do to fix it. And so for me, I use my phone to listen to books. So I wasn't guarding myself on not like looking at my phone. I'm not looking at my phone, but I would have to turn it on,
yeah.
right? To like get the book going. For me, it was starting my day without news, without Instagram, and without emails. Like that was really kind of the core of what I wanted to stop doing.
Yeah.
And to replace it, we can do yoga, we can walk, we can sit and have a leisurely breakfast. Like there's all kinds of things that we have on the tracker for you to decide on doing something different. But my focus was not to start my day in a panic.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, what ended up happening, like the first few days were difficult, but like not really, but it was the first few days.
It was stopping the habit,
Yeah,
stopping that habit. Yeah,
yeah,
it's hard. It's a physical habit.
it's crazy.
It wasn't even a mental habit.
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts.
It's just like this reaction, right? So the first few days I had to be like, okay, I want to listen to music, or how am I going to do this so that I'm not looking at my phone? And then honestly, now my phone stays plugged in on the side of my bed. until I get to work, and then even then, sometimes I keep it there because I'm not really needing to look at it particularly until yes, until I need to record something or whatever that
Of course,
someone
of
calls me.
course.
But I've been fascinated how I've easily trained myself to not go to the phone. And so what was happening for me is I was more present with my family in the morning because, we get our daughter up and then we have our like family breakfast time. This is the phase I'm in right now. So that breakfast time is is important because then each of us goes off to our work and our school and whatever. And I definitely was finding that before I was just randomly looking at my phone for no reason. And now I'm even like more prepared at nighttime. I don't know if this happened to you, Jen, but I was like,
Yes.
okay, I need to look at the weather, right? So I can prep my clothes for tomorrow. Like I'm just like thinking more, a little more ahead instead of reacting to my life.
Yeah, and one thing I did that was not expected, I didn't expect that I would do this. I expected that I would like completely like not want to do it. Like it was going to be like through October grudgingly and I was going to see no results. Like literally that's what I thought. And some morning, like the night before, you're talking about the night before, I will make sure I've looked through my emails before I'm going to go to bed, before my night routine, I would say. I would look through my emails, make sure there's nothing urgent before
Right.
like tomorrow. And I would check what time my first meeting was.
Mhm.
And what I did was one morning, I spent 2 hours listening to a book. That was the best organic I ever had. So it's almost helping me to reinforce rest,
Yeah.
which is the goal of this.
Yes.
This is supposed to be more of a rest and refresh kind of period, which is why there's no screens.
Mhm.
And for me in particular, no news. I used to wake up to news every day and not a good way to start the day.
Yeah.
So I found I was lengthening that hour if I didn't have a meeting so I can go into my meeting like completely ready and refreshed and then hit my work in the rest of the day,
Sure.
right? So that the night before prep, I think was the way that I could mentally not stress about taking that hour in the
Sure.
morning. That's what I found.
Yeah. No, agreed completely. I feel like I don't know how I would do it any other way now. Like I've just snapped back
Wow.
into this. And it does feel a lot calmer. I feel more grounded. I feel more present. Even on the days where we're waking up late and we're like rushing out the door, it still feels much calmer than like waking up with the
Mhm.
screen and then, wasting time on like, I don't really need to be looking at my phone in the morning unless someone's calling me, which no one calls me in the morning, right? So it's like, why am I looking at this thing, this device, right? Just
Yep.
this addiction. So I'm really grateful for the
And
challenge.
something that we both did and were mindful of prior to doing this challenge is I turned off all my notifications. So I only have a very few notifications that are more urgent
Right.
in nature.
Yeah.
No Instagram notifications because I would just immediately just go and look at whatever that was. Like there's Instagram gets the habit
Yeah.
and they reinforce that
Yeah.
habit on a continuous basis. So I feel like one of the things I got from it that I didn't even realize that I would is that lack of mental hustle, right? Like it feels, it just feels easier. And in terms of a habit, it became a habit in like 5 days.
Yeah.
Like it was not
It
hard.
wasn't that hard.
I was shocked at how not hard it was.
Yeah.
So a lot of my friends are like, well, I have kids. I couldn't do it with kids. I'm like, my friend Cynthia's doing it and she's got a child. I mean, I
Why
don't
can't you do it
know.
with kids? If anything, I'm more present with, like, why do you need
I
your phone in the morning? I'm trying to not have my phone while my daughter is.
Yes, on your
Yeah.
person all the time.
Yeah, 'cause that's what
Yes.
she's seeing, like, I'm not looking at her not that I have to be looking at her all the time, but you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
no, no,
being
no.
present
Yeah.
with them and,
Mhm.
I think is yeah.
Not being like this with your kid.
Yeah.
Mom, 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 like that's not it's not
Yeah.
it's and I think the other thing my husband said this, and he said this like in the first week that I started doing it. He goes, God, the mornings feel so much easier. So I think listening to the news or looking at my emails when he's getting ready to leave, I would be a little bit grumpy, I
Mhm.
think. I mean, he didn't say it that way, but like my husband's very thoughtful, but I think I was
You got the
pretty
message.
bitchy in the morning. I don't know. And he said in that first, like the end of that first week, he goes, "You seem just more like relaxed." And I'm like, "Thank you." Like that's what I'm trying to build into my life
Yeah,
right now.
totally.
So
Yeah, pleasantly surprised.
I was really excited that it's like a way of life for me
Yeah.
now. It's not a challenge anymore. It's now a part of my day.
Yep. Yep, yep, me too. I don't see myself going back, and even when I do start work, I feel calmer. I feel like I'm taking more time to just get grounded before the day kinda gets going. Like, I feel like it's positively impact my family, my personal stuff, but also my work as well.
Yeah, and I will also say too that there was only one day in all 31 days of October. There was only one day that I didn't do that, and it was a situation where I kept getting, which is I turned off notifications, right? It was in the first week and a half, I think, and I got a bunch of notifications from clients, and I started that day in urgent,
Mm,
like urgent
yeah.
stuff, and when my husband came home, he was like, "You're in a mood. Like, what's going on?" And I was like, "Oh, my day didn't start well." Like, it was the only day in October that it didn't start well. It's just so nice. Like, it's definitely a way of life for me
Yeah.
now.
So let's talk about our November. Like, what are we gonna do now? We're gonna take it up a
Ah.
notch.
We are. I feel like this was so impactful. And you said to me before this episode, you're like, I want to start doing this like in the evening. And I totally do too. I feel like, again, I thought this was going to be really hard and it wasn't. I feel like evening might be a little bit more challenging, a variety of reasons, but I want to, and my husband and I were both talking about this, that we're going to be turning off the TV. Like he'll get into something, either a video game or TV or something, or I'll get into something. And all of a sudden we look up and it's like 10:40 at
Right.
night. And I'm like, whoa, right? So we started over the last couple weeks turning off the TV at 10,
Mm,
and actually probably more than a couple weeks, I guess maybe 3 weeks now. And the conversations that we're having is amazing.
yeah,
Now I was still on my phone even though the TV's turned off. So this is that, to me, that next level
yeah,
is to try to not be on my phone as well. Aside from reading a book, which I do on my phone,
yeah.
or listening to a book, but I don't want to be. I put my phone down and I'm listening to it,
Right.
right? Like that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
So that's my goal with it too, is to try to institute that so that I get more rest before. So I have a client who is a functional medicine expert. She's a doctor, she's a functional medicine expert. And she says for every hour of sleep that you get before midnight, each hour is like 2 hours of rest on your body and your mind
Mm,
before midnight.
okay.
So I'm gonna suggest that we maybe do like 9:30 instead of 10 for
Yeah,
the TV being off, and then we'll have like conversation and stuff, and then we'll have our relaxing things
yeah,
where I like to read and he like listens to a book or
sure.
vice versa. So I think that's what I'm going to do for November.
Okay. So for me, it's really tricky because I do sometimes work at night and I love morning time. And I've always strived to get up early and work in the morning versus at night, but I just
Yes.
struggled because I think the reason is I have more control. I feel like I have more control once my daughter goes to bed versus in the
Yes.
morning, right?
Yes.
So I want to make it easy for myself, but I'm going to try. So yes, I need to, and I think it's harder because it involves our families more, right? Because In the morning,
Yes.
I just leave it there, no one cares, or, at night, it's like, yeah, I have to
Yeah.
talk to Angel about okay, so this is my goal, though. Yes, I like this idea of let's turn off the screens at a certain time. I don't know what time that's gonna be. I'm gonna have to negotiate that one.
I know.
And then
My husband brought it up to me because of our morning routine.
okay. Oh,
So
that's
I
great.
feel like
He's
he's like,
inspiring.
well, that's so great. And the whole, you get 2 hours of rest on your mind
Yeah,
and body any hour before midnight. He's like, so let's try to move it up.
yeah.
So I don't know if I'll get him to move it up more than 10, but we'll see.
Yeah, no, it's really inspiring. So yeah, so like step one, I need to have a conversation about like what's going to happen, and even if my partner's on board, I'm going to make a commitment to step away
Yes.
from the screen, and then
Yes.
maybe shift some of my work time earlier in the morning because I do feel
Yeah.
like I'm so productive in the morning. I love that morning energy, and what you're
Mhm.
mentioning about sleep. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. So that's my goal. I would say, yeah, maybe start with 10 and then try 9:30. Like,
Or even 11, like, if
yeah,
you're normally midnight, maybe try 11.
yeah,
Like, we don't have to go to the extreme, but
exactly.
now over the last 3 weeks,
Mhm.
10 as a habit,
Yeah.
like I said, if I try to get him to go to 9:30, I don't know if that's gonna work yet, but if we notice that we're feeling
Yeah,
better, who
yeah.
knows?
Yeah, and then the other thing is I think we're gonna need, like, a free night because we like
Oh,
watching
yes.
Netflix, like, together, but the issue is
That's
when
your
it's
date night at home.
right, I think the issue is when it's every night and like you said, you're just spacing out and before you know it, it's 11 and you're like, "What did we just do?" Like, that's what I don't
Yeah.
like, right? I don't like the habit, like the default, right? I want it to be the exception, and then we're doing other things with that time. So
Yeah, you can have Friday and Saturday
mhm,
nights, like, free
mhm, and
or
yeah,
right?
and then the other part of this is how am I like last night, I was sitting in bed, I was gonna read a book, and then I remembered someone messaged me on WhatsApp and I opened it. It was like 10:30. And I have a app on my phone called Opal, which I told you about. I think I've mentioned it on
Yes.
another. And so Opal,
Yes.
I have it set up that at 10:30, I think it was like 10:32. At 10:30, it blocks Instagram, WhatsApp, like all the messenger apps, all the social media. um,
Yep.
I think it blocks the browser too. So it's like literally it's just like a phone to receive calls and like look at the
Correct.
time. So I
Yeah.
was so grateful last night because I realized I don't need to message this now. Like, who cares if I respond to this right now? It's
Correct.
again that so I'm thinking of moving that up to 10 p.m.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, so that's like
And
a stretch.
I have to say, there should be no real
No.
emergencies after 9 o'clock at night for our work.
Yeah,
I don't know that now, maybe a website going down would be an emergency,
yeah.
but beyond that, I can't, like, for me, Pinterest, we don't have Pinterest
Yeah.
emergencies. So,
Yeah,
like,
no. And honestly, if someone like you can anyway, you can bring up a site pretty fast, right? It's okay
yeah,
if it's not immediate.
yeah,
So yeah, my goal is to like not look at my phone at night. And this one's hard, not watch anything from from my tablet from the I don't know if you do this, Jen, but I would like to watch series from my tablet in bed, but that's so
yes, I do the same thing because my husband wants to watch something else or he's playing a video game, then I watch my tablet. I am just not doing that after 10 o'clock.
okay. That's gonna be my
That's
goal.
how I'm doing it.
I'm not doing that every night, but I find sometimes this is the problem. So when I'm tired, I'm really, really tired. The only way I can turn off my brain seems to be kind of like numbing it out with
Ye
more stuff.
yes.
And I want to stop
Yes.
doing that. So my goal is like within the days that I want to numb out, I want to find an alternative, which maybe I need to
Yeah.
research like what is going to be my alternative so that when that urge comes, I have another tool that will help me kind of like
Yeah.
slow down for the day. Because the
Yeah.
end of the day is harder because it's like a train that has momentum, and it's like you gotta slow it
It's so hard.
down. Yeah.
I one thing that may help you or our listeners is I have a notebook next to my bed
Mm.
because if I wake up in the middle of the night and I have a thought, I am not going back to sleep until I've written it down.
Right.
Now, sometimes I can't even read the stuff I write, but it makes me feel better,
Yeah,
feel good enough to like go back to sleep.
yeah,
That has really, really helped me
yeah,
to not spiral
yeah,
because I spiral. I will. And I want to create that service in my system and create the like I want to do it all that night and I'll be up till 2 in the morning.
yeah,
That helps nobody.
yeah. No, no,
Certainly
no.
not myself.
Yeah, no.
So yeah,
Okay, so
it's
those are
hard.
my goals. So it's like no screen time, no personal screen time, the couple screen time, and then trying to swap out the night work. I mean, once in a while I'll work at night if I have to like do it,
Yeah.
but the routine is more early
Yeah.
because
I think the whole point of this and what I've learned is create the parameters, and if the parameters don't work, change the
yeah.
parameters. Like it's our life. And so like Friday and Saturday night, I'm not limiting. I have my kids come
Mhm.
over, we hang out,
Yeah,
we sing karaoke, play video games. Like
yeah.
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna not
Mhm.
do that, but I want to have my work week be good.
Yeah,
And so I feel like that is something that I've been doing now for 3
yeah,
weeks, so, I mean, it works.
totally.
I think I do more on my cell phone, though. Once that's TV is off, I'm on my cell phone.
Mm.
And so that's gonna be the hardest thing for me, I think, is to not automatically go to my cell phone and scroll through
Mhm.
Instagram or like I need to have like no Instagram for these hours,
Mhm.
which is like the Opal
Mhm.
situation.
Yeah. Yeah,
But I
oh,
think that
game
it all
changer.
helps.
Game changer. Last
Yeah.
night, I every time I'm like, "I don't need this anymore," because the iPhone, for those of you who have iPhone, it has a built-in blocker very similar to Opal, but I like Opal because it has streaks and it's, like, pretty and it's motivating.
It gives you yeah, it gives you motivation to
Yes.
do it.
And last night, I swear every time I'm like, "I've got this. I don't need a blocker." Last night was like, "Oh, I do," because I was just gonna, like, get lost
Well,
in
and
Insta
here's how good your blocker is. We were trying to do a
Yes,
live
that one I have.
Instagram live.
Yes, so it has it
Just
so Opal lets it's pretty cool. It lets you
yeah,
block times, like I have it 10:30 to 7 AM or 6:30, I can't remember.
yeah,
And then it also has app time limits. So I'm allotted per day 30 minutes. Now, that's why I got blocked on our live. Now, yeah, when I'm
yeah.
launching, I need to figure out like, okay, maybe I need to
Well, you did figure it
I
out.
did.
You went in, you undid it, and you came back. Like it is doable. It's not gonna ruin
No, yeah,
anything.
yeah.
We just have to plan for it mentally.
Totally. Yeah, no, but it's great. Like, and I haven't been going over 30 minutes a day. And I'm really proud of myself because I think I used
That's
to spend hours
insanely good.
scrolling. Like those people who are like, I spent an hour scrolling. I'm like, that doesn't happen to me because I get blocked.
Yeah.
And like I realized I don't
And it
need
does happen to me. I'll look up when I'm go to post something and then I kind of like look at
yeah,
stuff and all of a sudden I look up and it's been 45 minutes and that makes me disgusted. It really makes me feel yucky.
yeah.
And so having Opal was something that really helped me not have those yucky feelings.
Another little tip with Instagram that I've found really helpful is if I feel like I'm going to get on there, and I do this all the time, I say to myself, okay, you want to get on Instagram? You need to post something or you need to share a story. And so that's like,
Ooh!
yeah, I told that to someone and they're like, that's why you have so much content. I'm like, I guess that's right. Like, it's like a promise of like, okay, you are what is the percentage of content? I know it's like 5% of the
So
population.
you're
Yeah,
3%
3%.
of people that follow you will ever see your
Yeah,
content ever. It's only 3%
yeah.
now
No,
and dropping.
I was talking about I have to look it up. What is the percentage
Oh.
of accounts on Instagram that are creator accounts versus consumer accounts? It
Oh,
must
I have
be
no
it
idea.
must be very small. I think it was like 5%. So
Yeah.
5% of all the accounts that are on Instagram are creator accounts versus everybody else is a consumer. Maybe it's a little bit more. And so I remind myself I'm a creator. I mean, I'm a consumer too, but I want to be a creator. And so that means
That's
that
right.
I'm going to go on there. And sometimes what ends up happening is I don't go on there and then I go and I create a reel or a carousel or whatever. and
Yeah.
it's like it's a really good motivator, and it's sometimes I'm like, "Actually, I don't wanna go on Instagram. I'm gonna skip it this
I
time."
know. No, that's really smart because if I sometimes wanna just see what's
Mhm.
on there, right? It's entertainment,
Mhm.
but it's not.
Yeah,
It's a time suck,
yeah,
and instead, you're putting those parameters in, just like in the morning, I can't have anything else to drink, not hot tea, nothing until I've drank a full glass of water,
right.
and I do that for my health because I know that's the only way I'll get that water
Sure,
in, is saying you can't have anything else unless you get that water
sure.
in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, I think it's smart. I think it's a smart way of setting things up.
Yeah.
So, why don't you guys join us either on the first challenge from episode 40 or join us for this challenge in November where we're trying to get that hour in the evening without screen time.
Yeah.
That is the goal. That's what we're going to work on. I'm already nervous about it and we're only on November 5th. So we'll see we'll see how it goes. But I know that it was so beneficial for me and fundamentally changed my mindset during October,
Yeah,
and I wanna continue that.
yeah.
So,
Me
I'm
too.
excited.
Yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
excited about it. It's gonna be I'm curious to see how we check in December, on this.
And as always, if you guys have something that you want us to talk about search marketing wise or SEO or Pinterest, let us know and we'll create an episode for you. Have a good day today. Bye.
Bye.